aspirants, welcome to Detail Chronicles by Abhiram IAS Academy. So, ee roju Detail Chronicles lo bhaganga, let's talk a very important topic, that is about the child labor. Clear? So, let's see why we're discussing about the child labor today. So, every June 12, we celebrate World Day Against the Child Labor. Every June 12th, we celebrate World Day Against the Child Labor. So, in context lo, let's talk about the child labor, and in specific, let's talk about child labor in India. Clear? And there is a quote given by Kala Satyarthi, that is, he's a very famous social reformist, who has got Nobel Prize. In 2014, because he has got Nobel Prize because he have rescued many children. From this child labor. Clear? And also further, he have been started Bachpan Bachao Andolan. Bachpan Bachao Andolan. And he have given a very nice quote saying that, let every child be free to be a child. Clear? You can use this quote in your UPSC mains answers also. So, he have given a quote that, let every child be free to be a child. Clear? So, now further in detail, let's discuss about the child labor with respect to the India particularly. So, according to the UNICEF has been given the report that there are almost 10.1 million children facing the child labor. 10.1 million in India children engaged in work in India. This report is given by the UNICEF telling that 10.1 billion children in India are being forced to do work, that is the child labor. Now further, that is girls 4.5 million and boys 5.6 million. Clear? And further, the highest states where the child labor is more frequently observed is Bihar, BMRO states mostly, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. Clear? Top status Uttar Pradesh, after Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Clear? These are the child labor states, mostly seen in these states. That's it. Okay. If we see, child labor constitutes for almost 13% of the workforce in India. If we see the census report 2001 versus 2011, almost in rural areas it is 11.3 million in 2001, but it has been decreased to 8.1 million in the rural areas. But whereas coming to the urban areas, it was 1.3 billion in 2001, but in 2011 it has been increased to the 2 million. You can use the statistics in your answer also. Clear? So, in rural areas it was 11.3 million in 2001, but in 2011 it has been decreased to 8.1, but whereas in rural areas it has been increased, where it was 1.3 million in 2001, but in 2003 it have been become 2 millions. Clear? Okay. Child labor. If we see here, there are two words. One is child and the other is labor. Now, who is a child? So, according to Indian laws, a child is one who, like, he is in between of 6 to 14 years of age. Mari 6 years kanna below వాళ్ళని ఏమంటారు? They are considered as infants. So, who is a child? ఎవరికైతే who is in between of 6 to 14 years వాళ్ళని child గా కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం. క్లియర్? కానీ juvenile justice law లో, in juvenile justice law, a child is someone who is below 18 years of age. Who is below 18 years of age is considered as a child according to the juvenile justice law. Clear? So, in India, there are certain laws with respect to the children. For example, Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986, where it defines a children as someone who has not completed their 14th year. Ante less than 14 years ఉన్న వాళ్ళని children అని పిలుస్తున్నాము. Further, the 2016 amendment prohibits the employment of these age, particularly less than 14 years of age వాళ్ళు ఉన్న అందరినీ it prohibits the employment and also restricts the employment of adolescents aged 14 to 18 years in hazardous occupation. Clear? So, according to Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986, it is telling that a child is someone who did not complete their 14th year, ante 15th year cross avvaledu ani cheppesi, less than 14 years of age unna vallandarni they are being considered as the children. And further, they are also prohibiting the working employment in hazardous industries. Clear? So, next, Right to Education Act 2009 also defines a child as male or female aged 6 to 14 years of age. Further, Minimum Wages Act of 1948 also defines a child as someone who is under 14 years. But see, Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015 defines a child as anyone under 18 years of age. Remember this. Clear? So, Juvenile Justice Act of 2015 defines a child as who is under 18 years of age. Who is under 18 years of age. Clear? So, child అయిపోయింది. What is definition of child అనేది చూసేసాం. Now, what is labor? That is forced work. Forced work is called as labor. So, now let's define what is the child labor means. So, a child labor refers to a work. Work kada? So, the child labor refers to the work that deprives the children's health, also childhood, health, childhood, potential and also the dignity of the child. So, what is child labor? Child labor is nothing but child labor refers to the work that deprives the child's health, their childhood, potential and also their dignity. Clear? So, according to the International Labour Organization, that is ILO, it defines that a child labor is a work that is negatively impacting the health, development or interfering with the schooling of that child. Clear? So, according to ILO, this is a standard definition. Childhood ante, it is a work which is disturbing their childhood, their health, also it is negatively impacting on their health, childhood, their potential and also their development or interfering with the schooling. Clear? And further, what are the worst forms of the child labor? One is slavery. Clear? Child trafficking, child abusing, slavery, trafficking, debt bondages, armed conflicts, sexual exploitation, prostitution, pornography, this all comes under child sex abuse and also drug trafficking. Clear? Worst forms of child labor, okay, slavery, next is trafficking, prostitution, sexual exploitation, pornography, drug trafficking. Clear? These are the worst forms of the child labor. Next, so child definition chusamu. In India, who is called as child, approximately like above less than of 14 years of age is called, or age is defined as the child. But according to the Juvenile Justice Act 2015, the person who is like under 18 years of age, he is called as child according to the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015. We have also saw what is called as child labor. Now let's see what are the constitutional provisions with respect to the child in the Indian Constitution. Clear? One basic thing is every time you have to remember, that is Article 21A. Article 21 is right to life. మన Article 21A ఏం చెప్తుంది? Article 21A is telling that right to education, that is right to free and compulsory education for children aged 6 to 14 years. Why 6 to 14 years? Because 6 to 14 years age is defined as a child according to us. Clear? According to many laws, who is a child? A child is someone who is in the age between 6 to 14 years, sir. మరి ఆర్టికల్ 21 ఏం చెప్తుంది? రైట్ టు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఫర్ చిల్డ్రన్, రైట్ టు ఫ్రీ అండ్ కంపల్సరీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఫర్ ది చిల్డ్రన్ హూ ఈస్ ఏజ్డ్ బిట్వీన్ 6 to 14 years of age. తర్వాత ఆర్టికల్ 23 and 24. 23 is like in specifically talking about the prohibition of trafficking and forced labor. ఇక్కడ ఎవరైనా రావచ్చు, whether it be women, whether it may be men, or whether it may be children. Article 23 is prohibition of trafficking and forced labor. But see here, Article 24 is specifically dealing with the children. That is prohibition of child labor in factories and mines, etc. Clear? 23 emo general ga, like anyone. Prohibition of trafficking and forced labor, whether it may be men, women, or children. But particularly Article 24 is talking about the children. That is prohibition of child labor in factories, mines, etc. That is the hazardous places. And also, this is fundamental rights. Now, coming to the DPSPs. Article 39. Article 39 is dealing with it is ensuring the protection of children. It is ensuring the protection of children's health and strength, and also prevents the unsuitable employment. Like, see, first suppose, ఇప్పుడు ఇంట్లో మనం మన children చిన్న work చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, like helping parents. Now, do you consider this as child labor? No, it is not. So that is why unsuitable employment, that is considered as the child labor, like working in hazardous places like factories kani, mines kani, other sexual abuse, child sexual abuse kani, like that. And further, Article 45. Article 45 is dealing with it provides for early childhood care and education to children under the age of 6 years. Clear? So Article 21A, 23, Article 24, Article 39, Article 45 are dealing with the child with respect to the Indian Constitution. Clear? Next, let's see the extent of child labor in India. Clear? These are the statistics I have given you. You can use this in your answer also. So, according to the census of 2011, approximately, innaka UNICEF report chusam kada. So, approximately 10.1 million children laborers are there in India. Child laborers are there in India. Approximately 10.1 million. You can see the number. And further, according to the International Labour Organization, India is having the highest number of child laborers in the age of 5 to 7 age group, highest among the South Asian countries. Clear? So ILO data is telling that almost there are India is standing at the highest ranking like in the child laborers in between the age of 5 to 17 years of age in the South Asia. Clear? And further, NCRB report of 2015 is telling that almost 1,329 cases are reported under the Child and Adolescent Labour Act of 1986. Clear? So NCRB report is telling that approximately like 1,500 cases. Approximately 1,500 cases, and the number is 1,329 cases are registered under the Child and Adolescent Labour Act of 1986, and the cases are almost highest from Telangana region, and also from the Assam region. Clear? That is census 2011. This is ILO. That is ILO data. That is International Labour Organization data, and this is National Crime Records Bureau data. Clear? And further, impact of COVID-19. What has this COVID-19 done? It has stopped most of the schooling, and further it has converted many children into the laborers. that is conversion of many children into laborers because of poverty, unemployment, undereducation, whatnot, everything. That is the impact of COVID-19. So the statistics is that the pandemic caused a rise in child labor, with many of the children forced to work due to the school closures and also family financial difficulties, where across the globe almost it has been increased to 160 millions of child labor, 160 million of child labors. Clear? And this data you can use in your mains answers also. Now next see what are the causes of this child laboring. So what are the causes mostly? The very first thing is poverty. And recently India, not recently, but the official statistics, if you see, India has been crossed China in its population. Yesterday's newspaper also, they have given the article like UNFPA have been told that India officially have been crossed the China in its population. So in this huge population, when there is this much of huge population, obviously the poverty rate is also high. Clear? So one of the major cause for this child labor is the poverty and indebtedness. Then the other thing is adult uneducation. When the adults are not educating, what happens? They will give birth to almost 4 to 5 children, which is also causing again the child labor issue, because they won't have money to feed the children. Again, what happens? The children who are born, they will be, they have to search the work in very small ages. So, adult unemployment. Next is illiteracy and parental ignorance. The same thing. Due to uneducation, what is happening? Again, they will give birth to many children, such that if there is no money, or when the parents are also illiterate, what happens? Again, this child has to do some work to gain the money. And also lack of quality education, cultural factors, where boy sentiment, till the baby boy is born, they will give birth to the children. And further, social factors, the same thing. Cultural factors, social factors, epidemics and disasters like the COVID-19. So what are the causes for the child labor? Poverty, unemployment, illiteracy and parental ignorance, and also there is no education, lack of quality education, cultural factors and social factors, that is boy sentiment, and also epidemics and disasters like floods. Clear? And also COVID-19 like pandemics. Now, what is the impact of this child labor? The very first thing is that, see, mostly in India, who is called the asset of this India? That is definitely the children. Clear? Children are the assets of India. But when this child is not able to get educated, what happens? It creates a ill effect on the society. That is, India will stop its development. Clear? That is one very much impact which shows on India. So, education impediment, that is, no education leads to fear. That is, without the education of child, there will be no further future India. Clear? So, education impediment and also human capital reduction. So, children are the future of India. Without this child getting educated, there is no further human capital. And there is also no further skill development. There is also no skill development. Such that what happens? There will be increase of further poverty. There will be further increase of unemployment. Clear? So, human capital reduction, where stunts the intellectual growth, lowers the future productivity, and also further socio-economic harm. That is, it is hurting the economic growth also. Further, trade sanctions. Okay, this is this is a little issue, but the higher issue is it hurts the Indian growth economy. And further, health risk, that is hazardous conditions, will affect the children's well-being, and also poverty perpetuation, that is, families stay poor due to lack of education. Clear? These are the effects of, like, if the child is not getting educated or he is into the labor force, then what happens? These are the impacts of the child labor in India. Now, let's see the international and national provisions to combat the child labor. See, in the international level, who is taking care? International Labour Organization. So, according to ILO conventions, there are two conventions with respect to the child, that is 138 and 182. Remember this. Already a question has been asked in the exam, like conventions 138 and 182 deals with what? So, it is dealing with the child, where 138, convention 138 of ILO is setting a minimum age for the employment of the child employment, for the employment, okay. And 182 is telling that it addresses the worst forms of the child labor, like trafficking, child sex abuse, and working in the hazardous places. Clear? Two conventions, 138 and 182, where 138 is setting a minimum age to work and 182 addresses the worst form of the child labor. Clear? Next is Declaration of the Rights of the Child 1958, where this is advocating for the elimination of the child labor. And also UN Convention on the Rights of the Child 1985, where it is protecting the children from dangerous work affecting their health and education. These are the international level provisions to combat the child labor. One is ILO conventions, ILO 138 and 182. Further is Declaration of Rights of the Children, that is 1958, and further UN Convention of Rights of the Children 1989. Clear? Now next, let's see the national provisions, that is India's provisions to combat the child labor. First thing is Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986, where it is prohibiting the child labor in certain sectors and regulates working conditions, that is in the hazardous places like factories, mines. See, factories, for very basic example is they should not work in the crackers factory. And not even in the mines. So, one of the such example for factories is crackers factory. Clear? So, prohibit Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986, and the next one is Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Act of 2016, where it is prohibiting the children's, like in between of the age to 16 to 18 years of age. Actually, this is 16 to 18 years of age. They should not work in any hazardous industries. And further, National Policy on Child Labor, which is brought in the year 1987, which is focusing on the rehabilitation of the children engaged in the hazardous work. Clear? The next is further Right to Free and Compulsory Education Act of 2009, where the child between 6 to 14 years of age should be given free and compulsory education. And further, the last thing is Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2000, where it prohibits child labor among the vulnerable children. Clear? These are the national provisions. One is we saw Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986, that is, it prohibits the child labor. And further, 2016 amendment, that is, it is saying that 6 to 18 years of age of adolescent children or children should not work in any hazardous industries. And further, National Policy on Child Labor 1987, which is focusing on rehabilitation of children engaged in hazardous work. And further, Right to Free and Compulsory Education Act of 2009, and further Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, where it is prohibiting the child labor among the vulnerable children. Clear? And now further, let's see the child labor laws in India. So there are certain child labor acts, that is Factories Act, Mines Act, and also Right to Education Act 2009 and Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Act of 2016, where we saw before. So Factories Act of 1948 is telling that it is prohibiting the employment of children below 14 years of age in the factories. Clear? Simply, Factories Act of 1948, it is prohibiting the children of age 14 years in working in the factories. Same with the Mines Act of 1951 also. So it is prohibiting employment of children below 18 years. Remember, here it is 18 years of age in mines. In factories it is less than of 14 years. In mines it is less than of 18 years. And Right to Education Act 2009, it is ensuring that free and compulsory education should be provided to the age of 16 to 14 years of children. Clear? And further, Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Act of 2016, it prohibits employment of children under 14 years and further prohibits the employment of 6 to 18 years of age, 14 to 18 years of adolescents in the hazardous work. Now further, let's see the Government of India initiatives with respect to this child labour. The first thing is the National Child Labour Project, that is NCLP scheme, where it is aiming to eliminate the child labour in all its forms. Clear? The first objective is it is aiming to eliminate all forms of child labour by withdrawing children from hazardous work and integrating them into the formal education system. So, you can go to government schools and you can join your children for the education if you are having financial issues. Educate your child and develop the India. Clear? And even you can develop yourself, you can develop your family also. So please, prati okka children, meer ekkadaina chuste vallani, join them in the schools. Clear? And now further, so this NCLP is merged with the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan to address the child labour and educational institutions. Now who are the targeted groups? The targeted groups are the children workers below the 14 years and adolescents below the 18 years engaged in the hazardous works. Further, this NCLP scheme is funded 100% funded by the Government of India. Now who implements this project? It is you, that is bureaucrats, future bureaucrats, that is district project societies which is chaired by the district magistrates. Clear? So who is the program implementation, who does this? So it is managed by the district project societies chaired by the district magistrates. Clear? That is about the NCLP scheme. Now next let's talk about the another initiative, that is Pencil Portal. Now what is Pencil Portal? So it is a platform. It is a platform for effective enforcement, for no child labour. So what is Pencil Platform? It is basically a platform for effective employment for no child labour, where it is launched to enhance the effectiveness of the NCLP program, which we saw, to eliminate the child labour in all its forms and connect all the stakeholders in eradicating the child labour. And further, it is providing a platform for the public to report the instances of the child labour. And further is the National Commission for Protection of the Child Rights, where it is established to monitor and ensure the implementation of the laws protecting the children, including the Right to Education Act, POSCO Act, and also the Juvenile Justice Act. So that is the National Commission for the Protection of the Child Rights, where it is established to monitor and ensure the implementation of laws protecting the children like POSCO Act, Juvenile Justice Act, and also the Right to Education Act. Clear? Now, what are the functions? See, functions of National Commission for Protection of Child Rights is nothing. The functions are review and recommend the improvements to the child rights safeguards, and also investigate the child rights violations and recommendations against recommending the legal actions for further child labour. Clear? Now, so these are the Government of India initiatives. One is NCLP, and other is Pencil Portal, and the other is National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Clear until here? Now next, let's see a small story of the Velpur model of Telangana state. Clear? Velpur Mandal, where it is located in the Nizamabad, whereas Nizamabad located, it is a district in the state of Telangana, where they have been eradicated all the forms of the child labor. Child labor is eradicated here. This is a success story or model story, model case study of Velpur Mandal, whereas Velpur Mandal, it is in Nizamabad district of Telangana state. Now what they have done? So basically they have included the community-based approach, where everyone have been included, like teachers, parents, everyone, and they have been eradicated the child labor. Like 100-day drive have been done for the children of age 5 to 15 years, where they have ensured that every child should attend the school. Clear? And also, bridge schools were being set up for the children working in the factories under the NCLP program. And further, employees who has used children as laborers, they have been also changed, and they also allow the children to get educated. And further, the district educational officer, that is DEO, and Sarpanch signed an agreement to ensure children's education and government infrastructure support. That is, they have been supported the government for further school infrastructure. Clear? This is a successful case study in Telangana region, where they have been eliminated like child labor. Clear? So this case study also you can use in your answer, and this PPT completely you can use in your answer writing, where I have been provided the definitions, I have been given the statistics, and also a case study. Clear? So this is a detailed chronicle about the child labor, and today June 12th, we will be celebrating the World Day against the child labor. So, World Day against the child labor, it is celebrated every June 12th. Clear? Thank you and have a nice day.